Enzo Maresca and his men are coming for top four. Now, I know it's still early in the season, just 6 games in with 32 games left to play, but I still believe that the team is set for top four. Because when you look at Man City, okay, the best team in the country, you look at Arsenal, maybe the second best team in the league as well, and then maybe Liverpool, building on what Klopp had done in previous seasons and the way, remarkable way Arne Slot has sort of melded with the team at what he's doing there and seeing the way they're playing and seeing even against Wolves how they're able to sort of even win what I say whilst not playing at their best, but so you can say maybe those are the top three teams that you could say that are ahead of the rest. But outside of that, I think Chelsea should be, favorites for top four, at least that fourth spot. I know Aston Villa has been good. Spurs would always be around. They'll always be there and thereabouts. But for me, I think Chelsea are a form side who have the players, to actually, threaten for that top four spot. And for me, I know people have been complaining about the defense. Quite right. That's obvious. That's a clear problem that I think Enzo Maresca will be working to solve. But with the sort of attack that Chelsea has, should be able to comfortably make the top four. Now, the defense is what prevents this team from being a genuine title contender or from being genuine title contenders because when you play against the top side like Man City's, you may not be able to score that many goals, and even other games you may not be able to score that many goals to win the game. But when it comes to actually finishing top four, I think the attack alone can ensure that we win, that we at least get that fourth spot and maybe even win the conference league. So Enzo Maresca's men are coming, and for me, I have Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer, Cole Palmer, Cole Palmer. He's been in fantastic form, and the main question has always been: how do you've had a fantastic first season, your breakout season, leaving Man City to join Chelsea. You've had a fantastic season. Can you rekindle? I wouldn't say rekindle, but can you, you know, have the same sort of form, at least close to it, if not surpassing it, but at least close to it? And he's shown that yeah, he's on the same trajectory. I think he's in all competitions. He's on 11 goal contributions. I think 6 goals and 5 assists. So he's on the trajectory of beating his goal contribution last season, and that's beautiful. And he's playing in where he's meant to be playing, and that's one thing Enzo Maresca has got right for me. He's played players in their proper position, and so you can judge them, fairly. Based on where they're playing. So you have someone who's a left back playing at left back, so you can say, okay, he's actually playing well at left back. No excuses. So back to Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer playing in the 10 role is not even something that was just suddenly discovered. It's a mystery. Wow, how did this ever happen? But that's the position he's meant to play. And Enzo Maresca has played him there, has been playing him there, and he's shown that 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 position suits him perfectly. He's able to link up play, he's able to be close to the striker, give some support to the striker like Nicholas Jackson and maybe Christo Kunku, also supply balls to the wingers, Noni Madueke, supply balls to Mikhail Modric. So and then also pick up balls from Enzo Fernandez as well. So for me, perfect, perfect, perfect. Super player, genius player. Some people are going on about Ballon d'Or. No, he's not winning the Ballon d'Or this year. That's out of it. But in the next 2 to 3 seasons, I think he would, no questions. If he continues to progress the way he's been progressing, he will definitely win, the Ballon d'Or. That's for sure. That's for sure. And then the next player I want to talk about, in this Enzo Maresca sort of Chelsea resurgence, I would say is Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho is coming, people. He's coming. Scratch that, he's already here. You know, I was a bit skeptical when it was signed because I was thinking to myself, I said, Enzo Maresca's system is usually, you have the two wingers high and wide, and then possession, hold the ball, and then you quick passes to the wingers, the left or right winger, who will be holding width or usually holding width, and then they get to the ball high and wide, and then that's how they create. And for me, I felt like Jadon Sancho was a bit too much of, I wouldn't say a ball hog, but someone who would rather have the ball, and run at a defender and cut into the midfield, and so would more suited to being a 10 as opposed to being a winger in my system. But he's come in and he's proven me wrong. And like from day one when he played against Bournemouth, I was like, okay, yeah, that's it. Every other winger, every other, left winger should be behind him, should be in the queue behind him. So that includes Pedro Neto, that includes Mikhailo Modric. They are right there behind him. Jadon Sancho, look at his assist the other day, in the Brighton game. So that's the 3 assists or thereabouts in, even as many games for Chelsea. So he's been excellent, and I think as long as when he continues to build that understanding with the likes of Cole Palmer, likes of Cole Palmer, and likes of Nicholas Jackson, the type of runs they like to make, how they like to receive the ball, what kind of movement they like to make, and when they get to understand him as well, how he likes to receive the ball, what sort of runs, he likes to make. So he would be even better. So excellent. It's unfortunate that he didn't get his goal yesterday. It was ruled out for offside, even though it was millimeters away. I will speak about that when I talk about the next person as well. That was just millimeters away, but an air's breadth, as you would say. But if it's an offside, it's an offside, whether it's by a mile or by an inch, it's an offside. So there you have it. So Jadon Sancho, yeah, he's coming. With Jadon Sancho, with Cole Palmer, with Nicholas Jackson, with Christian Kunku, even Mikhailo Modric, and as well as Noni Madwike. Noni Madwike. Chukunonso Madwike. Now, for me, I think Noni Madwike has been receiving unfair, um, would I even call it criticism at this point? I don't think it's criticism at this point. Because some people are verging on the point of hate. I don't use that word lightly. I don't just throw it around as people go on to say, "Oh, he's hating," or "You hate this player." No, because from what I've seen, like after yesterday's game, people were going on about he's selfish, he's greedy, he wants the ball to himself, he doesn't play for his teammates. And when people begin to redefine words in the English lexicon just so they can criticize or bash a player, then it's verging on hate. Or people just want to sound controversial for the sake of it. He laid the ball off for Jadon Sancho, and Jadon Sancho was only an air's breadth offside. An air's breadth offside. And people are saying, "Oh, he's selfish. You should have passed it sooner. He took a shot, missed the target slightly. Oh, he should have passed." So Noni Madueke is the only person that each time he shoots a shot, it must either be a goal, and each time he passes the ball, it must be spot on target, and the targeted player scores the goal, and it's not offside. It's becoming this trend. No, we used to, it seems like in every era we have that one player that everyone just wants to lambast. Everyone just wants to be harshly critical of. We used to have Marcos Alonso. Marcos Alonso was a very good player, highly technical fullback, no, wing back, rather, left wing back, you know, but he had a problem of pace. Now, rather than people criticizing his lack of pace, he was just criticized as an all round poor player. It was very offensive, but the one downside he had was that his limitation was that he lacked pace. So if you're an attacking fullback, a wing back, once you go forward and you lose the ball, then you have the problem of actually being able to make that returning runs, that tracking back runs to match, the opposing winger or attacking player on the opposing team. Was bashed. Even Cucurella was bashed as well. Even when he was not playing, even when he played well, he was the one everyone was willing to bash. Now it's like Noni Madueke. People, oh, Pedro Neto. People are even calling for, you know, wing, calling for left wingers to be moved to right wing because they want Noni Madueke out. Noni Madueke has got 4 goals this season. He should have even had even more good contributions with the assists he's tried to make. Even in the game against Brighton, there's a wonderful assist that could have happened, didn't happen. Then there was the one that was offside, and air spreads just millimeters, and then that's what people want to use to define, you know, being selfish, or being greedy. Against West Ham, there was a pass he made for Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson wasn't quick to it. It was cleared. Fair dues. Not blaming anybody. But Madueke is the one that everyone wants to blame. He took a shot. How dare you take a shot? Why don't you square it? So each time Madueke has the ball, and not to criticize this player, but just to bring things into perspective. Have a look at Cole Palmer yesterday. Before his goal, there was something he did to Nicholas Jackson. You know that shot that hit the bar, that hit the foot of the post. Nicholas Jackson was in a better position to take the shot. But Palmer went on. Sometimes you do that as attacking player. You own the ball. Sometimes use your teammate as a decoy, so you draw the attention, draw the eye of the goalkeeper to the direction of your teammate, and then that helps you finish even more easily. You know. So, but he hit the foot of the post. I'm not saying blame Palmer. I'm not saying attack Palmer. Palmer is the best player in the team. That's not even up for debate. But just to tell you that it happens sometimes. So calling Madueke greedy, calling him selfish is just silly talk. Normally, I would expect this to be what you know opposition fans will be doing, not Chelsea fans. I don't know what you want to gain from it, because I was looking at some comments and their definition of being selfish. He passed the ball, Sancho finished it nicely, but he was offside, and said, "Oh, should have passed it sooner." Or people, because he felt people were closing on him, that's why he passed it. What else would he have done? And he does a lot for the team. He's off the ball work. He's one person that there's no winger like him at Chelsea. Pace, flair, power. No, Sancho has the flair, doesn't have as much pace. Modric has the pace, flair, not so much of the power, but doesn't have the end product. Not Modric. Let's be honest, he doesn't. Pedro Neto has the pace, he doesn't have the skill. And these players that you're calling on to replace Noni Madueke, when they come on, I'm not criticizing these players, but when they come on, what do? Pedro Neto, what has he done so far since he signed for Chelsea? What has he done? Like to make you feel that okay, yeah, he's just hands down better than Noni Madueke. Noni Madueke, you know, take a seat and watch the guy work. Jadon Sancho, the first time he played, you could just see that immediately. He sits Mikel Modric on the bench. So for me, keep the hate away from from Noni Madueke and other players, and be objective in your criticism. If the player plays poorly, you criticize that he played poorly. If he does something, don't say he hasn't done it. No, so that's my opinion with respect to that. But I think Noni Madueke will be an important part, of Chelsea finishing top four. So and then for me, Enzo Maresca, he's done the simple things well, and have to give him praise, have to give him kudos, because we've had coaches like Potter, we've had coaches like Pochettino. They've come in, they've overcomplicated things and make the team struggle. Pochettino, Pochettino came in preseason, everyone was happy, excited when he set the team up, and then season starts, he decides to play people out of position, and then the team struggled. Because football, the more confident you are, the The more confident you are as a player, the better your execution, the better you play, the better you deliver on the pitch. And one thing that can work against the confidence of a player is when they're being played out of position. The likes of Colwell. Now we are able to see what Colwell is able to do. And then we can also see his flaws. Okay, this is what he's not good at. And then you can work on it. But you can see that there's a very, very talented centre back in Colwell. No longer wallowing at left back. Apart from the odd times that he does it, Malo Gusto at right back. Clean. And why it's important to play players in the right positions. Now, when you're playing against Man City, no guarantee. Against Arsenal, no guarantee. Liverpool, Spurs, maybe. But Man United, right, broken. So, but when you're playing against the rest, your quality alone can give you the victory. The quality of the team, the quality of the players alone can give you the victory. And if you play them out of position, then you struggle. But just playing them in their rightful position, that can guarantee you winning, say, 10 games. I'm not saying you just go there and, stroll on the pitch, but you actually play, just play them in the rightful position. You're good. That could guarantee you winning 10 games. As a coach, you don't have to do that much. But this is what Pochettino failed to do. This is what Potter failed to do as well, although to a lesser extent than Pochettino. But Enzo Maresca has come in and he's understood that. And then the final point about Enzo Maresca, he's shown that he's tactically flexible. And while he's tactically flexible, which is he's possession based. Possession is the foundation of, his playing style, his playing philosophy. Possession, that's what it is. That's the foundation, the basis of everything he does on the pitch. But there are different ways he executes it. Okay, if a team decides that okay, we're going to sit back, then the team would possess the ball, passes, short passes, and then hem the team in their own half. But if the team decides that okay, we are going to high press like Brighton did yesterday, then 2-3 passes in behind. Though that's one thing I said, it takes a few games for you to understand the philosophy of a coach to see it being displayed. It may not be perfect, so it's not yet perfect, but you can see what he's trying to do. You see 2-3 passes, and then you go forward, right over the top, in behind the opposition. Use the pace of Noni Madueke, of Jadon Sancho, of Nicholas Jackson. You use the guile and sharp play, creative play of Cole Palmer to unlock these teams. You've got to give Enzo Maresca his dues, his flowers, and all these combining factors make me feel like Chelsea are coming for top four. Because, like I said, outside of Liverpool, who else? Spurs not that convincing enough. Manchester United are broken, like broken, proper broken Manchester United. So they're out of it. And then who else do you have? Aston Villa. I think when they get into the full trials of playing in the Champions League, especially with this new format, then their squad will be called into question. And I don't think they have a better squad as it is than Chelsea. I don't think in terms of depth, not in terms of quality. So at this point, we've come to the end of this video. Do make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, click notification bell so you're notified each time I go, each time I post a video on here, each time I go live, and also watch out for other shows on the channel like the Chelsea Football Show and Next Gen Ninja and the Ninja Football Show as well. So at this point, you have a splendid rest of your day and stay blessed. Bye bye.